Hash browns, French toast, and a banana.
Welcome back to Stop the Cat Podcast, episode 28. We're back in action. The NBA draft is going on as we're recording this.
Yep, it's Thursday, June 22nd, currently 8:20. First two picks were announced. And yeah, we're back with another episode. Have a few topics to talk about today. A lot of NBA takes because obviously the draft, and then a lot of trades have happened in the NBA. So Hayden, why don't you start us off, though? Big news that has been kind of a global news over the past couple of days.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but like the Titan submarine, something like that, went missing. And it's been missing for like 3 days now. Mm-hmm. What is it? Yeah.
I think a little longer than 3 days.
Yeah, something like that. Well, currently while we're recording, 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Yeah.
Basically what happened is there was like these billionaires they paid $250,000 each. There was 5 of them, and they got they went in a submarine, and they were told they were going to see the wreckage of the Titanic.
Mm-hmm.
But then they went missing, and they're still missing, presumed dead, I think. But
yeah, well, it was because they lost like connection towards they lost connection to the submarine.
Yeah,
and I just don't know. Like, yeah, that's terrible. And back to what we were talking about, like, last episode, like, the worst way to die. Like, that's the worst way to die. Like, underwater, and they're, like, in that close. Also, I think the submarine, like, broke. Like, I don't think they were, like, in the submarine. Like, I'm pretty sure after a couple of days, something with the oxygen, and the submarine opened up. It
said that they have...
so, like, they were, like, down there.
They have, like, 96 hours.
Swimming.
So, they basically have 4 days of oxygen in the submarine.
Were they trying to like swim up? Like, what were they?
Well, they were 13,000.
Well, I mean,
feet
you
down.
can't swim up.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't really have much
you can't
knowledge
swim
of
up.
the situation.
Yeah, but
also, my question is, like, going into this trip, did they think there was any chance of them dying?
I don't think it's the first year, because I think it happened last year.
So,
but there are, like, this was, like, I'm sorry to everyone who was involved, and that's terrible, but, like, them going down was such a dumb decision because there have been risks in the past, and like it hasn't worked, like not like people dying, but like there has been like issues.
Yeah.
So like it was just, and it's like controlled by like a little like PS4 controller.
Yeah,
like,
that's what it looks like. That like,
and it's just not. It's
blowing
so
my
many
mind.
risks.
There's a video of the owner of the company that does it, and he is explaining how to steer it. He goes, "It's a Bluetooth controller. It's literally like you're playing Fortnite." He said, "Move this forward to go forward, move this backward to go backwards." It's like you're flying a drone, basically. But there's people inside of it, and you're 13,000 feet down. Obviously, it's a cool concept. You're going to see the Titanic, which is a part of the world's history. But, like, honestly, you have to realize there's a huge risk of this. And also in the video, he like takes the controller and he like chucks it across the room. He's like, it's meant for a 16-year-old to throw it around. He just like tosses it. Like that's and
so like he really thought like they had this all figured out, and like there was zero risk involved, and then these people were on board with it, and then they ended up all dying.
I might be mistaken, but I think it happened last year and they were like successful or something, because I saw it on TikTok that it's been going on since 2021.
Gotcha.
So
this is like a little off topic, but like I'm never going scuba diving.
You don't like that?
I don't know why people want to go underwater and like think it's cool to go far underwater.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even go like say you're like, well, like it depends.
Dude, I just think going underwater, like far underwater, is just the risk reward. I'm not gonna have that much fun, and the risk, I just like.
Well, like deep sea.
I told you that's the worst way of dying. Like if I was underwater and I knew I was gonna drown, it would be the worst way of dying.
But like say you're in like Bahamas or something.
No, because I don't really care for that. Like I wouldn't even think that's that cool. And 2, it's just like.
Yeah, I mean,
like I don't want to die underwater.
I mean, some people do that for their job, so it's not even like
Yeah.
Like it's not.
I'm
even
just saying,
they're
like, I
doing
would
it.
never go scuba diving.
I mean,
No,
what, are you
so-
talking about like deep sea scuba diving, like in the open ocean?
What if it's like a pool? Like,
no. What if
like
you're in like the
12 feet?
Bahamas?
Pool and it's like
Bahamas,
12 feet. Yeah,
12
I'll go.
feet.
I'll go
No.
to the bottom of the 12-foot pool. Yeah.
Bahamas, and you're like swimming with turtles and stuff. You wouldn't do that.
No,
It's like
I don't even
20
think that's
feet
cool.
down.
I don't even think that's cool.
I would think that's
No.
like one of the coolest things ever.
Really,
Yeah.
I don't even think. That's
I agree
cool.
with you though. Like you're in the open ocean and you're like diving like 200 feet. I don't know how far you can go down, but like 200 feet down, and you're like in the
No,
middle of
yeah.
nowhere.
That's
That's
just not fun.
stupid.
Yeah, that's.
But some people do that for their jobs. Like they get paid for that.
Okay, well,
They're
that's not my
exploring the
job.
ocean.
Yeah, but that's terrible. And like,
Yeah,
did they like come out with an announcement, or are we just like assuming?
No, there was an announcement that they're presumed dead.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, they found like
That's
the tail
terrible.
of the submarine. It was like broken off. So.
if I make a lot of money, I'm going to make sure I stay safe. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, I just
I'm
feel
not
like-
risking. I'm not risking anything.
I just feel like the owner of this company
Mhm.
just seemed like a dick to me. Like just when he was doing his like tutorial
spiel,
and he like
yeah.
threw it across.
He was
the room.
confident.
And I don't even think he was on it. So I think
No, he was.
Yeah,
he was. Yeah.
Alright.
It was him. It was another billionaire and his son, and it was like 2 other billionaires. I think.
I
so it's
just-
like 1, 2. Yeah.
I would be so scared to even go on that. And the fact
Also,
that they
did
paid
you see, like-
250K
did you see,
to do
like,
it.
A picture of it. It's not even like they were living good. They were like.
Yeah,
scrunched
it's like
up.
smaller than this room. I'd
Also,
say.
but I think the thing is like obviously hindsight's 2020, and you're looking back at it, being like, that was really dumb. But if we were to have a topic on here, it was like for 250. How much was it? 250. For $250,000, you guys could go see the Titanic. You'd be like, oh, that's sick.
But
You
I
wouldn't
really
think about the risk.
no.
But
I
if
would
you
think
actually
the rest.
told me, like, I would
No,
never.
I
go
agree
down
with you, but I think that would be something like
Okay, yeah, but like there's videos, like I know it's different in person,
do
but
the
there's
research,
videos
but,
of the
like-
Titanic online, and like you're not paying $250,000 to see that.
I know this is like different because now we know like what happened with that. But if you told me like to pay money, not 250,000 because we're not paying 250,000. But if you said pay like a certain amount of money, whatever $2,000, which is so little, into you go to like a nice submarine, like you live down there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't even go down there.
wouldn't?
just because of the
No.
fear of.
And I just don't want to be 13,000.
It's
feet.
not worth putting
I
yourself
mean,
in that situation. with
I
all the
just
risks involved.
there's so many stories in the past of submarines going wrong. Like there's like
Yeah, I just
don't
like,
think
don't
there's
trust that.
there's like ever been, well obviously there's been, I don't think it's like completely figured out though, going that deep in the ocean in a submarine. Like I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think that is ever 100% safe.
The bottom of the ocean is like one of the scariest things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what's down there.
No, isn't it crazy 95% of the ocean's not even explored?
That's,
So like
yeah, that's crazy. I think we're good with that though. Moving on.
yeah.
Moving on. Like we said, the NBA draft is tonight. And I know you wanted to talk a little bit more about Wembanyama, and he just got selected first by the Spurs. What are your thoughts on him going forward? And
Yeah. So we were watching what team does he play at?
Metropolitan 90s.
Yeah. We were watching whatever team he plays on. We were watching a game of that.
It was the French championship,
Yeah.
right?
And I think the last video where everybody was like disagreeing with me so much made it
What
seem
did
like
you
I
say
hate
last
him.
video?
That I said that Wembanyama's overrated, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously I think he's a good player. He's 7'5" and he can shoot, like I said.
Mhm.
My take on it was that he shouldn't be as hyped as he is. I don't see how he could be like the biggest prospect the NBA has ever seen.
Mhm.
I just
I
But
just think
I could be wrong.
He's
I-
the biggest prospect the NBA has ever seen because it's just so unique in the sense that, like,
Also, we're
His
saying
skill
biggest
set.
prospect. LeBron was a bigger prospect.
no, but people are saying that
Yeah,
people are
but
trying to
LeBron
debate
was
that.
a
No,
bigger
yeah, we can
prospect.
all-
It's-
we c- we
I
can
don't
all
even think
agree
it's
that.
close.
We can all
LeBron
agree on
was
that.
on like Sports Illustrated.
Yeah.
Like he went at 18. I know he's like 19, so it's not a big difference.
Yeah.
But it's just like I think LeBron was.
no, we can all
More
agree
hyped.
on that. It's just the fact that people are even putting him in the same sentence, putting him in the same conversation. This was an interesting thing that I heard from JJ Redick's podcast. Only 3 players in the NBA draft era have been drafted first and been the best player on their championship team. It was Shaq, when he had the 3P with Kobe. Shaq was clearly the better player than Kobe there. Tim Duncan and LeBron. Since 1985, when the NBA lottery was instilled, there's only been 3 players who have been the best player on a championship team. So
That were
Wemby's-
drafted first?
That were drafted first overall. So, like, just because, like, oh, Wemby this, he's the first best. I mean, this is obviously, like, such, like, a catered stat towards, like, trying to point Wemby as a bad player, but, or not a bad player, just point that, like, just because there's so much hype doesn't mean everything's guaranteed.
I just think you should never jump the gun on something that hasn't happened.
Correct, 100%. It's just more of the fact that, like, going to this draft, I feel like this is one of the more hyped up drafts in the past few years, I would say.
I like never
and
cared
just
about.
because it's like such a big international prospect that like has been he's been talked about for the past couple of years, I'd say, and just because he's so unique, people are acting as if the Spurs have already won the championship in like 10 years.
The thing that's
and it's like
the thing that makes me so mad, and I know I probably will get hate for this also. After the Nuggets won, they came out with next year's odds to win the finals, and this was before he was even drafted. Obviously, we all knew he was going to be drafted first.
Yeah.
But they had a picture of him in a Spurs uniform, and the Spurs had better odds than like 10, 12 teams in the NBA. Like, that just should not, like, why are they even able to post something like that?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to get attraction and stuff, but the fact that the odds are better, the Spurs have better odds than a bunch of teams in the NBA before they even drafted him. I mean, just...
If you want to win money, you bet the field on Rookie of the Year.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Dude, he's not winning Rookie of
He's
the Year.
I think he's minus like what,
favored.
225.
He's literally favored.
He's minus 225. So like he's
The field's winning.
I'm just gonna
And
put this out there right
you
now
won some good
as an
money.
OKC fan. Chet's coming back, technically his second year, but it's his rookie year. He's gonna pull Ben Simmons, win Rookie of the Year. That's my take.
Sneaky
Yeah.
Chet Rookie of the Year.
Chet Holmgren's gonna win Rookie of the Year 2024.
My take, I think Brandon Miller is the most complete player in this draft. He's the most pro-ready. Sure, you could try and say Scoot, you can try and say Wemby, and people are going to say, Brandon Miller didn't play professional basketball. Scoot did, and Wemby did. But I think the fit for Charlotte is going to work for Wemby or for Brandon Miller, and I think the Hornets to make the playoffs next year is a good bet.
Yeah, and I think I agree with you that he's the most pro-ready player. Obviously, people are going to say I don't know what I'm talking about, which I don't for this. When we were watching the final game of like the International League, like those Wemby is obviously so much better than all the people in that league, but
I mean, I wouldn't even say so much better. He scored 8 points in one of
that's what I'm
those
saying.
games. It's like
those people.
it's potential. It's all about
they're
potential.
pro players, but the NBA is so much different than that league. So much more advanced, so much more elite. They don't look like none of those players blow your mind.
Yeah.
Besides that, Wemby's doing step back threes as a 7-foot player and swishing them. But like you said, he scored 8 points in one of the games, and it's not even like he's doing other stuff. Like
Why
very
did you
well.
say the 8 points just in one game? Or
No, but it was in the championship game.
The fact that he's scoring 8 points in a game when people are debating he's a bigger prospect than LeBron.
I wasn't doing the 8 points just to be like, oh, he dropped 8
But
points
it's
in
not
one
even-
game.
it's not
It was
even
the
like-
it was a big game. It was a championship.
It's not
game.
even like he's dropping like
I was about to say
40,
you could
50,
find Michael
40
Jordan
50
scoring probably,
points.
like 6 points in a game.
It's not even like he's scoring 40, 50 points like in some games. Like there's games he's scoring 16 points, like 22 points when like I bet you put like an NBA player right now, you put Scoot, you put Brandon Miller, especially Brandon Miller in that league. I bet you they're doing just as good, if not better, than Wemby in that league.
Yeah, Wemby's just being drafted on potential. Also, the other thing I want to put out there, people love to say like, oh, Wemby's such a complete player because of his defense. If you actually sit down and watch him, he gives up so many points in the paint because all he's trying to do is just go for a block. He's just trying,
And
he
he's
put up
fouling.
in games he's put up like 8 blocks or whatever. He's just trying to like go around and do this the entire time, and it's just like
He's
on
not
paper
a good-
with statistics, yeah. But I would say his plus minus when he's on the court, the other teams are scoring on him and with ease.
Yeah, he is not a good defender. Like the game we watched. I know we only watched one game, but
It's a sample size.
it's a small sample size.
But so many comments were saying you have never watched basketball in your life, and it's kind of just
but
like you have to back
he
that
is
up.
not a good defender. He's like what I said Embiid was in the playoffs this year. like he is 7'5". If he goes in front of the baskets and walls up, he is completely blocking the view of the rim. People that are shorter than him will not be able to get a single shot up off him. He's trying to cherry pick and block it to get the highlight block, and he's ending up fouling the people, and they're scoring and ones. Like the fact that people that are a foot, if not more, smaller than him are scoring and ones on him.
Yeah.
Like that shouldn't really be happening.
Also,
it's happening too much.
Going back to the Chet point, Chet had so much hype going in, similar but not like the same. Like similar build in the sense he's skinny and long and lengthy, and he can stretch the floor. He got hurt in the summer league last year, and
Wemby is
play.
10 times Wemby's taller than him, and I'd say, I mean, I don't want to say skinnier than him because that's just like a debate. But like Wemby, I feel like is so much more fragile than Chet, and Chet got hurt in the Drew League last year.
Here's another take, and I want to hear your take on this, Matt. Someone said if Wemby is AD, KD, or if Wemby is AD, KD, or Hakeem, it's a disappointment.
Wait, who said like someone
So
said
like
that?
one of them, I forget who exactly it was. It was on like SportsCenter or something.
Okay, I want to first say that's so dumb. Like that's so dumb that doesn't even make sense. But I get what they're saying. They're saying it's a disappointment because they think he's gonna be
Better
like,
than that. KD is crazy.
Yeah, they think he's gonna be one of the best players of all time.
Yeah.
Like a top 5 player of all time, stuff like that. But in my opinion, that's crazy because I don't think he's gonna be better than any of those 3.
I agree.
Right? So if he's good as AD, KD, or Hakeem, that was a good career, and that was a successful career by him. You know what I mean? So that's not a disappointment. Whoever's saying that, that's just a headline thing to say, and that's just because of all the hype that's coming around them right now. But that's a terrible take to say it's a disappointment. That would be a successful career, and people would talk about Wemby so much if he was as good as KD.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my take on that, I agree. KD and Hakeem.
Imagine telling KD that. Like that is just such a play down to KD. The fact that if you said to KD, if Wemby is as good as you, like that's a disappointing career, KD would be like, dude, he's not going to be as good as me. Like KD is going to be better than Wemby.
KD and Hakeem are both top 15, 20 players of all time. And the fact that they're saying if he's not better than them,
Yeah, it was a really dumb take.
and
But
his draft comparison is AD. I'd like to say is a much better defender than him. First of all, he's a lot stronger
like
than
we said,
him.
it's all potential. In
Yeah,
the draft.
and I know people say NBA's trainers they get paid the big bucks for a reason. Like Giannis's transformation was absurd. Wemby can become like strong like AD.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the longevity on Wemby. I'd like to see him not get hurt enough to even
Definitely
be talked about for that long.
Yeah. Last thing on Wemby, another ESPN post I saw, which I don't even know how they get these numbers. It was like a whole slideshow of the percent chance that whatever draft pick becomes an all-star in their career. It was 57% for Wembanyama, percent chance that he will ever be an all-star in his career. Like, how do you come up with those numbers? And like, I get it's like I don't even know. I just want
I don't even know where
because
they're
the
taking
next
that.
person after that I think was Scoot, and he was like 40%.
Okay, so they're taking it from somewhere, but whatever they're saying does not matter because because whatever formula they're going with, it literally has no effect on anything because
Correct.
them saying 57% instead of 60% has no meaning.
Yeah.
So like all that means nothing.
I just like when they do come up with it. I don't know what. Like I don't even know. They could have just made up random numbers.
They
but
were like, "Yo, we
what-
have to put something out. Like,
Yeah.
like what percent do you think Wemby?" And then some guy was like 57. They're like, "Yeah, that could probably work."
Yeah, and this was my bold statement, but I feel like it
Go ahead.
fits in right
Keep
now.
going
I
right
just want to say this. I saw a post. I forget who posted it. It was like I think it was like NBA on ESPN or something like that. It said, "Who would you want to build your future franchise around?" It was 3 players: Luka, Tatum, and Wemby. And let me just say, this was like a week ago, before Wemby was even in the league. Of course, we knew he was going to be in the league, but he wasn't in the league yet. And Luka and Tatum have both proved themselves as top 5 players in the league right now. Wemby has not even played a single minute
But the thing is
on
that
an NBA floor.
you can go back to the argument where it's like, what would people trade for that first pick? Would you trade Luka for that first pick? Would you trade Tatum?
100% not.
Because I think there is some people out there saying they would trade Tatum.
There was
for the first pick.
Draymond Green said on his podcast a while ago, there's only like 10, 15 players in the NBA that wouldn't be traded for Wemby.
And you think Luka?
He's not even in the league yet. He hasn't played a single minute. And people are saying they want to build a franchise around him, that he better be better than Hakeem, who won 2 finals MVPs in a row and 2 finals in a row. Like, why? Same with KD. KD did the same thing. Why are people hyping him up so much without even like seeing him prove himself yet?
Agreed.
He barely even proves himself in his international league.
Yeah. I think we can conclude that if...
That Wemby TED Talk.
Yeah, the Wemby TED Talk. We can conclude that if Wemby isn't what everyone's hyping him up to be, we were right. But if he becomes the greatest of all time...
Wait, let me ask you this.
We all look like idiots.
Let me ask you this.
Let's hear it.
If he becomes a decent player, a decent role player...
Role player?
No, a decent player. Period.
An all-star. Perennial all-star.
Something like an all-star, yeah. But he doesn't live up to his hype. Is he a bust?
No, I think that bust term gets thrown around too much. If you want to define bust as not as good as people thought, that's not how I define bust. I think bust would be if he was in the league for 2 or 3 years left, or like played terrible or something like that. But if he was an all-star, I don't think he could be a bust.
I also think, looking back, people will throw around the term bust because he might not be the best player in this draft. After being hyped up this much.
But, I don't think that's a bust.
No, it's not a bust, but I think it's more, like, people will call it that.
Yes, people will. I
target
think
him.
bust is used too much. Like Anthony Bennett, like, he's a bust.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a prime bust.
But I just think, I agree that he wouldn't be a bust. I just think he's so hyped. The last time we saw someone hyped like this was LeBron.
And he lived up
is
to
the
it.
biggest, he's the best basketball player of all time. Like,
And that's why I hate people who hate on LeBron, because LeBron was so hyped and then he came in and he actually did it. So anyone who was against LeBron, who hates him, says he's not the GOAT, whatever, he lived up to the hype, and that's the hardest thing to do in life.
Yeah.
Did you
right.
have something? Or?
Oh, I was just gonna say, if any player is like an all-star for like most of their career, I would never call them a bust, even if they were like supposed to be God.
Yeah, but if he's not AD, KD, or Hakeem, he's a disappointment.
all right, let's move on from
We
the
can
Wemby
move
talk.
on.
That's just rude towards AD, KD, and
Yeah.
Hakeem.
Some NBA trades have happened. We can kind of briefly go over these. We went in a lot of Wemby and draft talks, but here we go. Bradley Beal went to the Suns, so obviously now they've built this big three of KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal. But everyone's like, this is not going to work because they're not going to have depth. They have so much money. What are your guys' takes on this?
I don't think it will work at all. I saw this thing on TV. This guy, he had like, and I agree with it perfectly. He had 3 Snickers bars and they were all different sizes. And he says, this is Kevin Durant, this is Devin Booker, and this is Bradley Beal. They'll each get you 30 points a night, but they will not be able to play together.
What was the Snickers bar thing?
Yeah, I'm a little confused.
Well, like, because they all do the same thing.
Okay,
All right.
gotcha.
But they're just different sizes. They all get you 30 points
okay.
a night. You'd have to watch the video.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Sure.
Just
Probably
send
should have explained it a little more, but
All right.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think it's gonna work out. I think the Suns team's good. But we saw, even last year, like the Suns played well, and I don't think adding Beal is gonna hurt them. I don't think it's gonna hurt them. Am I saying they're gonna win it all? No, I don't think they're gonna win it all. But with those players on the team, and like I do believe in Durant, I do think they're gonna go far in the playoffs and still do their thing.
Yeah, I mean, the last recent example that we saw of a big three like this was when Kyrie,
Yeah, but
Harden, and KD went to the
we
Nets.
can't even like talk about that because when they played together, it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, I
Right,
do agree
but
with
they
that.
didn't play together.
So do you think
if
a
you
big
wanna-
three like this will be able to work out?
Yeah, I think
You
they'll
think
play
there's
together.
not enough egos?
Like
and-
when the Nets played together, they were a really good team.
But
you know
also-
what I mean? So if we're saying are those three going to play together, that's basically what we're saying. Because I think if those three are on the court, I think they're fine.
See, but I'm a strong believer that you need someone like, as much as people like to hate on Chris Paul because he can't get
win
it.
a ring,
Yeah.
and he's just so much.
I'm a big believer that you need somebody like that on your team, somebody that will come up the floor and look to pass first to get their teammates open
Yeah,
to get the
I
score.
agree.
I think the 2021 Suns team with Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder as role players,
Cam Johnson was still there before traded. Yep.
and then you had Chris Paul, and then your head the snake with Devin Booker. They were 2-0. They were up 2-0 in the finals against the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis, of course, had a insane finals performance,
Yeah.
and they won. But I think that team should have won the finals. I think
Because they have the supporting cast.
I think both that Bucks team and that Suns team put them in any recent
Finals would win.
finals would win. I just think, I mean, after the Suns lost that year, it all went downhill. So I don't think.
I still believe in like stars being on the same team. I still
But-
believe in that.
I mean, if you look back at the past years of teams that have won, right? The Nuggets just won this past year. Those guys were all drafted to the Nuggets for the most part. I mean, the big two, Jamal Murray, Jokic, drafted. Before that, the Warriors, the big three there, Clay, Curry, Draymond, all drafted to the Warriors. Year before that, the Bucks, Giannis and Middleton, drafted by the Warriors. So this whole idea of building
When
super
was
team,
when Durant went to the Warriors?
Durant to the Warriors, that was 2018. Or no, yeah.
When they won
17.
twice.
It was after the
2017,
2016
2018, right? So that was the last big, but that's not even a super team because the Warriors.
No, I think it was
How is
2016,
that?
2017.
No, it's a super team, but because KD went there, but also they
No, that is
they
the-
won before that. They won before that.
No, that's
I
the
know,
greatest
but-
team of all time by far.
Durant goes there and
Yeah.
that's-
doesn't ruin it.
that-
He's the best
No,
player
he
on the
was
team.
the best player on the team.
Correct, but that same team without Durant the year before has the best regular
I know.
season record
I'm
of
just
all
trying
time.
to
You add
say that
Kevin Durant.
Durant didn't ruin the
Yeah.
No, he
chemistry
didn't
or
ruin it.
anything.
But what I'm not trying to go against that. What I'm trying to say is that
Yeah.
teams that win finals are homegrown drafted teams. Besides when, KD went to the Warriors, Kawhi went to the Raptors, obviously the Heat built that super team.
I still think it's
mean,
still
teams
like
that are-
half and half.
I think
I don't think
there's a difference-
just because it's been recent. I feel like if we went down everything,
I think it all
I
depends.
still feel like
on
I
how
feel like
you
having
look.
a consistent team, getting better every year. Like, I think the Celtics have a great shot at winning next year. Obviously, we can move on and talk. They got Porzingis, but Tatum and Brown, those are two guys that they've developed since they were rookies. They're drafted to the Celtics, and now
Yeah.
they've built and become
I mean,
superstars.
I think it depends on how you look at super team. I don't think this team is a super team because it has 3 stars on it.
I mean, but I'm just...
But you have to understand, I think the 2017, 2018 Warriors, when they won the 2 in a row, was the best team of all time by far. I mean, obviously they were 73-9 without Durant. You add Durant as the head of the snake. You have the best shooter of all time. You have Draymond Green, who is like debatably the best role player
No,
in
I'm
this
not
era.
disagreeing. No, you don't like Draymond?
nah.
He's put
The
up
glue. He's the glue.
He's
the,
put up
the
triple
guy does
doubles.
nothing. He gets
He's-
so much money for nothing.
No, you
the guy
you
gets
haven't
nothing.
seen.
He also declined like his $27 million extension. He
Draymond
wants
Green
more
recently
money.
has
Let's
not.
get to the CP3
No, let me
so I
just
can talk
say
about
this. Draymond Green recently, like, I will stop talking about this take after this, but I just want to say Draymond Green recently has not been like what he was in 2016 to 2019.
What was he? That's what we're trying to
I just think he's a bum.
He would
He's a
put
bum.
up triple doubles without scoring 10 points. He would get 10 assists,
Well-
10 steals, and 10 rebounds.
Ugh.
You don't need. He doesn't need to score. Obviously, he doesn't have the ability to score 30 a night, but he doesn't need to when you have Kevin Durant
What
and
does
2 of the
Draymond,
best shooters of
lower-
all time on
lower
your
his
team.
stats?
in his prime. Let's look up Draymond Green career stats.
That is my take right now. Draymond Green is such a good.
He's top 10 of all time.
See,
Is he the best role player of all time?
I would put him in that.
I mean, career-wise, he's 8.7 points per game.
And we talk about this guy.
I mean, that was the last 5 games.
See, Matt, I expect you to respect him because
Bro,
you play
his-
basketball.
So-
14 points, but then when KD got there, he got to 10
Matt,
points.
let me just ask you a
11
question,
points.
Yeah, what's
especially
up?
you, because you don't know how to shoot a layup when you play basketball. If you were
up?
Stephen Curry,
Okay.
would you want somebody?
No, I wouldn't
No,
want.
no, no, no.
Draymond is
Shh,
good.
let me
for
talk,
them,
let
but
me
he's
talk.
not a good. He's
Let me talk. Yes.
not even that good.
Wait, I
And
agree.
we talk about him.
Would you beat Draymond Green 1-on-1?
I think
if it was 1-on-1 up to 21, would you beat Draymond Green?
How many?
Based on your skills, based on his skill set.
how
playing
many?
to
How many
21.
points is a 3-pointer?
We're playing 1s and 2s.
Oh yeah, I'm beating him.
Okay, look at this.
3-pointers are double.
If you were Steph Curry, would you want
Okay, I'm
somebody?
Steph Curry.
Would you want somebody like Bradley Beal or Devin Booker who's
No.
going to score
No,
30 points a
I
night,
wouldn't want
ISO
them.
ball?
'Cause my
or would
ego.
you want Draymond Green, who is getting a rebound and looking around to find you for an open three, fighting, falling on the ground, getting another rebound, throwing it to you, like getting
Yeah,
steals,
okay.
giving it to you right away, setting screens for you just so you get
Yes,
you wide
I'm
open.
saying
why wouldn't you want that?
I would want him,
Obviously,
but I want you to go to his career stats.
no,
and I want
his
you
stats don't matter in this talk.
8, 7, and 6. Am I saying that's bad? No, that's a fine career.
And he rounded
right?
up the 6.
Matt,
It's
I
a
never
fine-
said he
it's a-
was the best. He was
No,
a top 10 player
no,
of all
it's
time.
a fine career.
That was what you
but
said.
I'm
actually.
saying this guy looks
See, you
like he
should
should
clip
probably
that
be.
and put that
he
in
should
like
be
you did
getting
to me.
paid maybe 10 mil a year, and we should never speak of his name.
I
Oh
agree.
my
No, I
gosh.
agree that the sense that he was on the Warriors and he had so much success hypes up his value as far as how much he's getting paid. That's what we're trying to
100%.
make.
Okay, why are we talking about how much he's getting paid? We're should be
Because
talking
because
about
he's just overhyped, just in every sense.
why is he overhyped? Nobody's ever said Draymond Green is a
Because
top.
people talk about.
We're talking
Draymond.
about him right now.
Yeah, we're talking about him as a great role player. Nobody cares about role players except for
I think
people that are
he's just
actually
a
playing
fine role
basketball.
Draymond Green turned down $27.6 million.
Because now he's just dick riding LeBron. That's the only thing he does now. He's out of his prime. His career's over.
He
basically.
declined
Honestly,
$27.6 million.
after looking at his stats, I really don't even know if he's fine. He's just fine at basketball.
All right.
He's a fine NBA
Let me-
player.
let me
Can
say
you
this-
find someone
let
who
me say this.
averages similar?
Please make
and I
this-
bet we've
please make
never
this a
talked
clip.
about them in our
Please make
life.
this a clip or
Like,
something.
Who would be?
They're both disagreeing with me about Draymond's Green
I-
value on the
how would I
Warriors.
look-
On the Warriors,
There's not like an
they're both disagreeing with me about Draymond Green's value on the Warriors. Please back me up in the comments.
I'm never going to be able to find it. But
Is that not like a thing?
no.
Like,
I will say this: if you put him on like a team that doesn't have the best shooter of all time on it, he's not going to be as good of a role player. But he is
After looking at his stats, wow, he's like the definition of an average NBA player.
yeah, he's an average NBA player. No
not-
role player has ever been a star player.
No. I'm just saying, like, he's average and not like you
Matt,
can't even
you have
debate
to
above average. He
understand-
might be below.
You have to understand
No,
the,
he's like
the
average.
use
He's
of
right
a
here.
of a glue player. Mikal Bridges, Draymond Green, PJ Tucker.
I mean, Michael Bridges, you can't say that because he's a super. He's going to be a superstar.
Oh my
now.
gosh.
He's going to be a superstar now.
I'm talking about on the Suns 2021.
Draymond Green's ceiling, like he hit that. There was no better than one he had
Oh my
on
gosh.
the
Oh my gosh.
No.
You guys are so
No, he's
Matt,
a-
and I
he's a
expect
winner.
you-
No, he's a
I
winner.
expect him to have no idea what the hell he's talking
He's a
about.
winner.
No,
Because
that's fine.
He's a winner.
he makes takes about basketball without playing a single second
And
of
that's
competitive
fine, and that's
basketball.
fine, and that's fine.
You play college basketball. You
He's a
should
winner,
know
but
that
if he was on like a team other than Warriors, he would be averaging 7, 4, and 3, and like that's
No, he would be doing the same thing. Just
No,
he wouldn't
he
be
wouldn't.
getting. He'd be doing the same
he
thing.
gets
He
assists
wouldn't be
because
getting
he
the
goes
same.
like this. Here, Curry, take it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His assists
And his rebounds are just because he's the only one who wants to rebound on the team, and then 8 points. Okay, good job. He scored 8 points. He's an average basketball player. He's an average NBA basketball player.
Any other person I'm arguing with that's played basketball would maybe agree with me a little bit. You don't know how to
27
argue.
mil
You
to
don't know
put
how to
up
argue
8,
at all.
7, and
You don't know how to
6.
argue at all. See?
27.6,
'Cause this is-
and he
this is how I know
declined
you
because
don't know how
he
to
wants more
argue.
money.
I'm
He wants more
talking,
money.
and you're not even listening to me.
You should get 100K
because
a year.
you will never change your opinion on anything. Because as soon as you believe something, no matter somebody can show you video proof of him scoring like 40 points a night, and you would still not be able to change your
So
mind.
he must have had 0 live.
You would still not be able to
Because
change your mind.
Over under
Look up.
over under
no,
30
please.
and a half career high.
Please look up
over under Draymond Green 30 and a half career
I'm
high.
gonna
Please look
go
up.
over. I believe in him.
Please look up Draymond Green.
31. That's a fucking good line.
Please look up Draymond Green triple double, not points. No points. See, first thing that came up. Images.
First.
Look at that.
Oh, wait, that was 20 points. 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 steals. Okay.
And then 5 blocks.
5 blocks, 4 points.
Tell me why you think that's not a
But he's not doing that every night.
But that's the type of player he is.
Let's see. How many steals did he
No,
average?
that's good.
in
He
his
was pushing
career?
people around. They weren't calling fouls, and he got
All right, let's move on. We're moving on.
He averaged 1.4 steals in his career.
No, we're moving on. You're looking at
No,
career stats. He's a fat bum now. He's doing jack shit for the Warriors now.
I'm
Warriors
glad we
dynasty's
looked at
over.
it because if someone said who's an average basketball player, it would be
I
Draymond
think
Green. He's the level.
I think
He's
if our
the level
video
of
gets more
average.
than 300 views, people will agree with me. Like Matt. And it's so annoying having a podcast with him because he never changes his mind.
No.
He never changes his mind.
What do you want me?
No matter
I'm giving
what.
him average. How good do you think he
Matt,
is?
I was saying stuff and you weren't even listening.
Is
to me.
Draymond
So it
Green
doesn't
the
even
top
matter.
500 player of all time?
Probably, yeah.
Listen to this. Would you put Victor Wembanyama over Draymond Green right now?
No, because he hasn't played.
Exactly. I'm not saying Draymond Green is the best player on the Warriors that year. I'm saying he's the 4th best player behind Clay, Durant, and Curry. No shit. All 3 of them were better than Draymond. All right? But you can't tell me that Draymond was not such a valuable player on that team.
I don't have enough information to say that he was the 4th
know you
best
don't.
player on the team.
But you can-
yeah, I agree. You gotta have a guy that doesn't shoot the ball and passes the ball around. Like you have to have that
See,
guy
this
on
is
the
what
team.
I'm saying. This kid does not know how to argue.
No, I agree.
Look,
You
let's
have
move
to
on
have that
from
player on the
NBA.
team. I'm
This
just
kid,
saying,
his
if you
ego
wanna-
is literally through the roof. There's a hole in the roof right now because his ego is making a
something
hole
bad.
right there.
I'm-
His ego is making
I'm
a hole right
just saying,
there. No
if
matter
we're
what
like-
you say, he will not change his mind. And Sliver, he will not change his mind a single bit because as soon as he comes into an argument with one thought, it's like literally tunnel vision until he gets his way.
No, I'm not saying anything bad.
I'm not trying to make this into a more standard.
You can't tell me that's not true.
But when we're saying like,
scenario.
glue guy, like that is just overplayed so much. Like I agree, you need someone who doesn't shoot and just passes the ball around. And my 12-year-old campers would do the same exact thing.
Okay, so this is where we move on because I have the self control to not fight back, and I'll just move on.
All right.
Yes, Draymond Green was-
No, we're done.
Draymond
We're done.
Green
We're done.
was-
We're done. No, we're done. We're
He was
done. We're
top
done.
10
We're done.
on
We're
the
done. We're
Warriors.
done. We're
He was
done.
the-
We're done. We're
he was
done.
top 10
We're
on
done.
the Warriors.
We're done. We're done. We're done.
Kristaps goes to the Celtics. Marcus Smart goes to the Grizzlies. Celtics fans weren't happy. I mean, obviously they're happy to get Kristaps, but they're upset that they had to give up Marcus Smart. What do we think about the Celtics next year? With Kristaps?
I have no energy to talk about basketball anymore.
The Celtics are going to be good. They're going to the finals.
Obviously, the Celtics are going to be good. The Celtics are a top 3 team in the league right now
Because they have glue
And-
guys.
No, stop.
Marcus Smart is a glue guy. Yeah, they did have glue guys. I don't get. Obviously, Kristaps is a good player, but they're making it seem like this is the next big 3 in the NBA. That's not going to happen.
Kristaps gets hurt a lot too.
And he averaged 30 points on the worst team in the league in 2018.
Do you think they should have traded Brogdon or Smart?
I mean, I feel like Smart has made himself a Celtic for life.
True.
And he's done so much.
And they just
for them.
shunned him.
Yeah.
But the Grizzlies are officially like the most annoying team ever because Marcus Smart's annoying.
I like Marcus Smart. I know Matt probably thinks he's the worst player in the league now.
I'll have to look at his stats and do the double-digit rule.
But yeah, I like Marcus Smart.
Yeah, Marcus
Yeah,
Smart.
he's good.
10.6 points in his career. He's good. We can talk about him.
Yeah, we're good.
Because he averages 3 more points than Draymond Green, but
It's a
less
double-digit
rebounds.
rule.
Less rebounds. Oh my gosh. No, I'm done. I will not say a single word until we move on to the hypothetical questions now.
No. Okay. We got to talk about this.
No, because I don't even want to talk because I don't even want to argue with Matt ever because
Listen.
he never changes his opinion. He won't
fine,
change his
it's
opinion
fine. All right.
no matter what you say. No matter what you say, you can say the sky is blue. He can be like, no, the sky is green, and then
I
you go
agree, the
outside
sky
and
is
you
blue.
show him the effing sky, and he'll still agree that his opinion was right.
Oh my. Okay.
What were we arguing about, Draymond?
Long story short. Yeah, I think Kristaps going to the Celtics. Obviously, it's a bit.
Swamp ass, holy shit.
Are you good?
Yeah, keep going.
Obviously, I think Kristaps going to the Celtics is a big move, and I think I mean, the Celtics, like, they already had a good team. Like, they were one game away from going back to the finals. So we'll see. I mean, the Celtics are always a question mark. They're a good team, though. I think Tatum and Brown is a strong core for them, and they got good role players, and obviously adding Porzingis definitely helps them. So I think the Celtics have a good chance to win the finals next year. Moving on. This
I
is
think
probably...
since they got rid of their glue guy, they're going to be better now with Matt's logic. Because
Celtics
they're adding
are
a
good.
star. They're adding a 7'3" person that doesn't know how to go inside the 3-point line.
This was probably the most shocking notification I've ever gotten on my phone. CP3 goes to the Warriors for Jordan Poole and picks.
I just think that the Warriors won this trade, even though CP3 is like basically
But
done.
how? Like,
Because oh my gosh, because CP3 is good. He will pass the ball first to get his teammates open.
but they have Curry.
And
they have Curry.
he's gonna come off the bench.
But that was
Jordan
not worth...
Poole sucks. He actually is the
Okay.
worst player of all time. He goes like this. He goes like this. Oh, Curry's on my team. The best shooter of all time
Jordan
is on my
Poole.
team. But I wanna. There's somebody in the stands that's watching me. I'm gonna chuck this shot up from
like the
half
confidence.
court, and he's gonna airball it.
Jordan Poole averaged 20 points a game on the Wizards.
Yeah, I'm the fucking worst team in the league. Who the cares?
Okay, I just won an interview, and I agree with you.
Do you? Do you?
I agree. The Warriors won the trade. I do agree. Okay, why do you think I'm gonna say a but or something?
Wait, let
The
me ask you a
Warriors-
question. No, let me ask you a question. Do you
Oh my
think?
gosh.
Do you think? What's
And
his
I'm
name?
gonna tell you why the Warriors made this trade.
Do you think that that Jordan Poole averaging 30 points a game, shooting 50 shots a game on the Wizards, and being the worst team in the league will make him an All-Star? You think he'll be an All-Star?
He'll get an All-Star
no,
eventually.
he won't be an All-Star. He will
Eventually
never
he
be an
will.
All-Star in this league.
Also, the fact that
Because he
Draymond
was
has an
friends
All-Star.
with Adrian Nunez.
Draymond has an All-Star, right?
Yeah, he does, because Draymond was literally him back in the day.
Was he voting? I'm
And
confused.
he used to post pictures of his car.
Really?
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
That's
Yeah,
a stat
because they
for you.
went to
no,
the-
no,
went to
we're
the
done. We're done.
championship.
Moving on. We're moving on. We're
Can I?
moving on.
No, I want to talk. I didn't
Talk
give my
about
point.
CP3, yeah.
I want to say I think the Warriors won the CP3 trade because, and it was smart for them, and I'm going to tell you why the Warriors did it. You ready?
This was the stupidest thing ever.
Okay, so I think CP3 next year they have a better chance of winning it all than with Jordan Poole.
Yes.
Okay, because CP3.
Now, can we just stop there?
No,
'Cause
I
I
think
agree with that.
CP3 fits there, right? But that's not the 100% reason why they did it. They did it because Mr. Draymond Green needs to punch Jordan Poole in the face.
Oh, speaking of that, Jordan Poole already unfollowed Draymond Green.
Yes, as he should. This is good for every single
yeah,
person in this
go
trade.
suck Jordan Poole's dick then, because he doesn't like
Jordan- Jordan Poole.
No, because he doesn't like Draymond Green, and neither do you. So maybe you should just go be butt
Unfollow.
buddies with Jordan Poole.
I'm gonna tell you.
Move to Washington D.C. Move to Washington D.C.
Everyone won in this trade. Okay, CP3 gets to go on a team where they have a chance to win it all.
He's still not going to win.
Okay.
Either way,
Are you gonna let me talk?
Who do you think Steve Kerr respects more, Jordan Poole or Draymond Green? Who do you think Stephen Curry
what
respects
is
more,
this?
Jordan Poole or Draymond Green?
They respect Draymond Green because he's been there for longer. but the reason
because he has 3 All-Stars
no,
and he averages
Jordan
8 points
Poole
through his
is him. He's literally him.
No,
This is
I'm
good for
done.
Jordan
I'm
Poole.
done.
Jordan Poole
Also,
is so
you're gonna
happy.
have to bleep or cut out a lot of my f-bombs because I said a lot.
Okay, can I haven't got to talk.
Go.
Okay, this is good for everyone. Warriors now have a better chance.
We
of winning.
are on the third
He's
bullet
still
point,
talking.
and we're 50 minutes in.
Hey,
We're
we can
50
cut. We
minutes
can
in.
cut some of the bottom for next episode. We're gonna need it. We're
Stop.
good. We're
Stop.
good.
Let me talk.
We're literally
You're
it's
talking
like Kendrick
over me.
Perkins
You're
versus
talking over
JJ
me.
Redick.
You're talking over me.
And this is Stephen A. Smith.
He's
Stephen A.
talking
Smith.
over
Because
me.
I'm black.
He's talking over me.
It's like Kendrick Perkins when he was moaning in JJ Redick's ear. He's like, do you have sleep apnea, Perk? And he's like,
Can I talk? I feel like I haven't talked.
and then JJ Redick's over here just making the stupidest
I feel
takes
like
of
I
all
haven't
time,
talked.
just like you. I'd rather be
Can you
Kendrick
moderate
Perkins.
this? Can you moderate this?
Go. Well, so I'm just Molly. I'm Molly Karam right now. You know the girl in the middle.
No, Matt is
I
literally.
haven't been
what's-
able
I'm
what's
just
his
the
name?
moderator. I'm
What's
just
his-
the moderator.
No, he's literally Skip Bayless.
I haven't talked.
He's Skip Bayless.
I'm just the moderator.
I haven't
I'm just the
talked.
moderator.
Let me talk about this.
Wait, let you talk. What about when I was talking and you were saying, yeah, Draymond Green deserves to be paid less than $100K a
No, I
year?
said 100K. Now you're putting words in my mouth. All right.
That's a good salary, like in Golden State.
It's not even that bad. He's getting paid to play
He could get like one bedroom apartment.
Okay. So everyone won from this trade. Warriors have a better chance of winning it all. Okay. CP3 gets to go to a team who has a better chance to win it all. And this is good for Jordan Poole because Jordan Poole gets to go and be a star as he should be. He shouldn't be with the Warriors. It's not a good fit. And the reason they did this is because Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole in the face like a dumb head, like a little poopy butt, right? And obviously Kerr respects Draymond more because he's been there for longer and they've had championships together. But obviously Kerr knows in the back of his head.
All right, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You're a Nets
Gosh, we
fan.
have to
You're a
lose
Nets
a good
fan.
one.
You're a Nets fan. And
Kerr
you're
talk, let him
even
talk,
said
let him
Kerr
talk,
even
let him
said
talk,
the
let him
chemistry.
talk.
Let me talk.
Kerr
Let me
even
talk.
said
Let me
the
talk.
chemistry after that happened was destroyed. So you
Yeah,
have to
and then
get,
they won the finals.
So you have to get rid of one. And even though he's like, yeah, Bulls so
They
much
won the finals last year. This happened at the beginning
Okay,
of this
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Okay.
Mistiming. Anyway.
that's the
So
main
you're
reason
saying, no,
Poole's
let me
gone.
talk. Let me talk.
Let
Let me
him
talk.
talk, let him go.
You're saying no. Don't even let him say anything. All right, because you cut me off.
Sorry.
You're saying Jordan Poole is going to be a star in Washington. He's gonna take 50 shots a night and score 20 points a night on the worst team in the league. Nobody will even care about him come this time next year. Do you think Mikal Bridges, role player at heart, went to Villanova, Jay Wright beat the habits into him, a true Villanova blue blood, role player at heart for a potential finals team in his first year in the league, now in the second half spent in Brooklyn scoring 30, 40 points because Brooklyn was turning into the worst team in the league? Do you think Mikal Bridges is a star? Do you think Mikal Bridges is a star?
I think he's a young star.
Yeah, he was a star.
Do you think
in
he's
Brooklyn, yeah.
Do you think he's a like a Bradley Beal scoring 30 points a night star?
He can be because now he's in the position to do that. Same thing. It's all about situation.
He has shown that he is capable of doing that.
It's the thing with these NBA. These Jordan Poole's a good example. Mikal Bridges is a good example. They're good college players. Pretty sure they both played for their program for a while, and then they get drafted. They get drafted later because they weren't these big prospects coming out. They get drafted to good teams,
Yeah.
and then once they have their chance to shine on another team, they can become the stars now because they learned from the stars.
But
they're
Jordan
young
Poole,
stars. They're young
Jordan
stars.
Poole has a higher ego than Matt. He's a dickhead.
All right, now you're just not
No,
even listening to what
no,
I said. Do you agree
no.
with what I said?
Somewhat. More than what I agree with Matt.
All
said.
right, here we-
Please move on.
Ja Morant was suspended.
Still talking about the NBA. Why?
Ja Morant suspended for 25 games. Too short or too long? I
Too
think
short.
it's too short. And the NBA Players Association, and hold on,
Get him out of the league.
the NBA
There's a parade
the NBA Players Association said that was too long of a suspension, and they're trying to defend him and get less games.
There's a parade inside.
So what?
All right. So I
25
think
games for going like this
okay.
Twice.
twice.
I think
this.
it's
Like
the
this.
perfect length. I think it's a perfect length. When I first found it, like when they first said it and I saw it, I was like, this is so short,
Yeah.
right? Stuff like that. But let's just see what he did. Okay, he didn't do anything against the law, right?
Agreed.
Nothing against the law. But
It's all image. It's all about image.
but he did go against the NBA's rules.
Correct.
You have to follow the rules.
Correct.
So he should be punished, right?
Just like if you're at a workplace and
You
you
have
do
to
something,
follow the rules.
You do something against
And
the
he-
workplace's rules.
Yes, and he didn't follow the rules, so yes, he should be punished. But as I do think, if you are a star, you should be treated differently. So Ja Morant should get a little more leeway, even though people are going to say it's not
Because the NBA
fair.
is trying to set an example on him. And
Yep. So I think 25 games is the perfect amount. It shows everyone that yes, we're still like giving him
serious
a
about this,
consequence. And Ja Morant, we're still like telling you like you're not playing the first 25 games,
You don't-
which
you don't
isn't a
tolerate- you
ton,
don't
but like
tolerate
it's
this.
not a small amount. 25 games is a good amount of games. So, but like any more, I just don't think. If he does it again, then maybe we're just like
Third time, 3 strikes. You're
three
out.
strikes in anything. I think then it's fine to just whatever we do.
It's the 3 strike rule.
3 strike rule.
Will the what seed will the Grizzlies be next year? Will they make the playoffs? What do you guys think?
Well, I think
25 games, 82 minus 25.
Well, stats say that they're a better team without Ja Morant.
82 minus 25. What is that?
82 minus 25
57?
is... Yeah, something like that.
No, 50,
57.
57, right? So, let's say they go 12 and 13. 57 more games with Ja Morant.
I'm going yes.
They're making the playoffs?
I think they're
And
going to
what
make the
seed? Do you
playoffs.
think they'll be... Because they were
They're
2
gonna
seed
be
low.
good.
last
They
year.
were the 2 seed last year.
I think they're going to be low though. Like
Do you think Marcus Smart plays a big role into that?
He's gonna play a different
I can't speak
role.
about a role player ever again on this.
But I
podcast.
say
You
they.
can respect him, though. He has 10 points per game in
I
his
think
career.
they're a 6 seed.
6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I would say
think-
below
I think those
4.
they're a 3 seed.
No, I don't think they're going to be that high. But
Time is
that's
yet to
your
tell.
opinion. Yeah.
There's nothing. There's no stats you can bring into this.
Only
Time
time,
is yet to tell.
only time will tell. Thank you for joining us in our NBA first take. Skip Bayless versus
By
Max
the way,
Kellerman
how long
versus
do you think we've been recording?
Stephen A. Smith.
Probably like an hour.
Yep.
Moving on from the NBA, Charlie on a Friday, big name in the music industry, going big on TikTok. He's actually going on tour with Tate McRae, and he's also now dating YouTuber Sadie Crowell. What are your guys' thoughts?
I think this is something me and Matt will agree on because I know Matt likes Charlie on a Friday, and I have to say, Matt has been a big Matt's like known about him for a while before he was
Under 10K?
yeah. So
I've snapped him.
Matt, I think Matt does that. Matt like that's his goal to find people before they blow up so he can tell everybody that he did it. But I have to say I was not a big fan back when Matt first showed me him. Mainly because I think Matt liked him so much. That's why I didn't like him. But I've gained a lot of respect for him recently, and his new song that he's leaking is gonna be so good.
With the one that's like
I'm
copied
not
from.
crazy.
I'm not
Bro,
crazy.
it's literally
I'm
copied.
just-
I
it
was
doesn't
literally
matter.
listening.
It's such a good song.
It's a good hook.
I'm not crazy. I'm
I think
What is that
the
from?
thing with this is the thing with Charlie on a Friday. and
I'm
no
not
dis-
crazy. I'm
it's
just a little
Unwell by Matchbox 20.
I don't know.
I looked it up earlier.
But
Here's the thing with Charlie on a Friday. No hate towards Charlie on a Friday. He always hypes up the hook, right? And everyone likes it. Then the song comes out and the verse is like, "What am I listening to?"
No, it's really not. After Hours verse was so good. After Hours verse was a good verse.
Debatable.
I like After Hours. Yeah, it was a good
Yeah.
song. I like the whole song.
I don't know. I just think he really hypes up the verse, and this is like a lot of TikTok marketing when it comes to the song. They hype up the verse that you like because it's really catchy verse, and then the verses are just kind of.
Yeah.
But I'm still respecting him. Also,
But-
you guys expected me to know who Tate McRae was or whoever this is. I
A
looked her
lot of
up. She
people
has
know.
so many followers,
Yeah,
and it's like
she's really
she's
big.
actually insane.
Yeah.
And you guys were saying like you've known her for like however long,
2
but
years.
like
Bro,
she has like 2.5
during
million.
the pandemic. She was probably the most popular.
Yeah,
female
I
artist
literally
on
just heard of her
TikTok.
because of Charlie on a Friday.
No way.
Well, like I'd heard,
No shot.
If you played her song, I'd be like, okay, I've
Yeah.
heard that before, but I
During-
never knew her name.
During the
or, like-
pandemic, she was the biggest female artist on TikTok by far.
Gotcha. But yeah, I didn't know her. I've probably heard her songs a few times, but yeah. What are your thoughts on your boy Charlie going on tour with Tate and then also dating Sadie Crowell?
Yeah, he really bossed up. Yeah. Yeah. He's the fact that like
I mean, also
People are
before
actually-
before this, you did go on tour with Macklemore. That was a big
Yeah.
thing. That was an international tour. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, he's finally like he's going on tour and like people like when he would go on tour to colleges, like I understood that like cuz that's like
Yeah,
who listened to him and like the that's
his target
Yeah, that's
audience,
his
yeah.
target audience. But now that he's going on tour with like these big names and like people are actually going to watch him, I know like a lot of people are going to see Macklemore or Tate, but like a lot of people are going to see Charlie.
Definitely, yeah.
And like that's just crazy how much he blew up and like these are like stadiums and stuff
Yeah.
of like a lot of people. So
Exactly.
that definitely is like wild. I think it's pretty cool. Good for Charlie on Friday, but like I don't listen to him anymore.
yeah.
A lot of the song, like I don't actually like any of the songs.
I like a lot of the older stuff that he put out rather than the newer
Yeah,
stuff. but-
he's. I think the best way to describe him is I think he has a good voice, but other than that, he has a good voice, good marketing. Other than that, I don't think he's anything special. And I'm a big Charlie on a Friday fan. I just think his songs and everything aren't aren't that good. It's just he's great at marketing, and I think he has a great voice. Like you said,
And
like the verse, he's been doing the On Friday, Highway, and he's been doing the same things and recycled. And I'm not even mad at people recycling things, but it's just like I'm not listening to him.
Look,
Like,
this,
I don't
this
think-
is my take on him. I agree that I do like the old songs, but you could just tell there's such a professional gap from his old songs.
Yeah,
to what he's putting out
that's
now.
behind
Yeah,
the scenes.
and
I'm
that's
telling you,
also-
like
yeah.
the marketing and like behind the scenes is a great. They're
He
doing a
connected
great
with
job.
the right people.
Yeah.
Like he got with the right people to brand him into who he is
Yeah.
now.
And also-
and it worked.
Like behind the
Midnight-
scenes, he's doing great.
Midnight, this day that song comes out, I'm going driving and I'm putting like full blast. Like that song is so good. That song is so good.
Like, never mind. I'm not even gonna say.
No,
that.
I'll
Also-
say that right now. Charlie on a Friday's new song, it's so good. It's not even out yet. Literally, I'm hyping him up like Victor Wembanyama.
Also, he's dating this girl Sadie, who's like a big YouTube girl.
she
Was that was who I told you
With
when they were in the
Baron
video?
Yeah.
Remember, I was like, yeah, like they're doing something, and you were like, no way, or was that someone else?
No, that's definitely someone else. I told you about this like so long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of someone else.
she used to have a thing with.
Oh no. You're thinking about this is crazy because they're both named Sadie. You know he had the music video. Here, let's pull it up.
What?
He had the music video with Sadie McKenna. That bitch.
Also, I forgot about the song Enough. That song's good. Also,
Yeah, he's dating the girl that you like. You know where he leaked the song.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Sadie McKenna. Like we have a lot of history with her on this
yeah,
podcast.
she's the
Yeah.
one that
Yeah. You don't have to show it. I know.
No, but I'm showing you. So, yeah, it shows you right there. So this is her, right? This is Sadie Crowell. This is the YouTuber. This is who he's
I
dating.
know that they're different. Yeah.
And then this is the music video with Sadie McKenna.
Wait, what song is this?
That's what I get.
Yeah, something like that. That's what I get. I don't really know. I don't know the hook, but you can look at it. But yeah. Anyway,
How many subscribers does he have?
on YouTube. $444K. And then I think he has like
To be honest, not as much as I thought, but
I think he has like 300 something on Insta and then like 2 mil on TikTok. But yeah, Charlie's doing big things. We found him way early on. He's commented on our TikTok before. Shout out Charlie. But it's also another one of those things. It's like the Mabu Nessa Barrett thing. It's like always like these celebrities behind the scenes.
no. See, this Sadie girl used to have a thing with Balin, but she
But
fits
what does
so
that
much.
have to mean?
She fits so much better with Charlie, and I think Charlie
I'm not
found the
saying
one,
that they
and
don't
he's gonna
fit.
settle down because he has enough money to be set for life, and he will.
That was not at all what I was saying. All right, shut up. What I was saying was it's just the fact that these celebrities behind the scenes, like, talk to each
I don't
other.
know who you
and,
think that she is. She's not a celebrity.
all right, well, like social media stars.
No, not even that.
Dude, she's a
How
social
many
media
how many
star.
She's
how many
not.
subscribers do you think she has on YouTube?
A lot more now since she's dating.
That is not
Sadie
true. You
is
are,
higher
you are
than
not
Charlie
giving
on
her
a
enough
Friday.
credit.
Charlie-
you
Well,
are
then I guess
not giving her enough
I guess
credit.
I've just never heard of her before. Before Balin Levine, I never even heard of her.
Yeah, and that was like through 2 years ago.
Bro, she
Balin
almost
Levine
has-
was not even a year ago.
Buddy.
It
Where's
was
the
not even a
video
year
of
ago.
Balin Levine?
She probably deleted it.
Buddy, why would she do that?
Yeah, that's how you
also,
spell
I
it.
don't know how to fucking spell his name. A year ago. Well, let's see what year ago. I won't say the date. Of course it doesn't. I don't know.
It says it right there.
Where?
February 27th.
February 27th. So like a year.
A
and-
little more than a year ago.
A little more
you
than
said
a
2
year
years
ago.
ago.
Okay.
You said 2 years ago.
What are you trying to prove here?
Okay, I guess I was wrong. Maybe she is a social media star.
She is.
Yeah.
I'm disagreeing with you that you're saying these social media stars are just getting together to make big
No,
controversy.
that's not what I said.
Maybe you can just respect people that are falling in love, and maybe
Okay,
you can just
no.
respect that
Hey,
for
are
once.
you on dr-
maybe
are
you can
you
respect
drunk?
that for once.
Are you drunk right now?
I'm not drunk.
I'm
no.
not saying.
I think a lot of if they were really in love, why wouldn't they just keep this off the
yeah,
internet?
keep it off the internet.
No, because
Obviously,
no.
there's advantages to keep
because
it-
she likes his new song, so
Oh
that's
my
a good
gosh.
promotion.
Buddy, there's
And that's
there's
why
advantages.
they're doing good because the target audience.
Yes.
But you guys cannot tell.
But
me
also,
that
it
this is-
sucks that he's going to cheat on her with Tate on the tour.
See, you're just preying. You know, I'm the biggest Charlie on a Friday fan in this room now. You guys are preying on his downfall.
No.
Charlie on a Friday.
That's a good
baby,
song.
I'ma do it
That's
my
a good
way.
song.
Oh my gosh. You guys are like.
we talked about Charlie Friday for way too much. Long story short, he's done really good for himself. Proud of him. He's going on tour, and he's dating this girl because only social media.
And
reasons
my long
is what
story
he wanted to
short,
say.
he's got a great voice. He makes great music. He has great promotion. His behind the scenes team's good, and I respect him as a person. And he's found love.
Good. Last thing here. This is
Love.
This is big thing that's been going on. Baby Gronk said he was retiring from football. The fact that this is even on the the fact that this is even on the sheet, the amount of times I've seen Baby Gronk this, Baby Gronk that on TikTok, oh my god. But also this is the big thing. There was that video leaked of him and his dad on this podcast, and his dad is just feeding him lines. It's
I just think
Baby Gronk's dad wants to be Baby Gronk more than Baby Gronk does.
nobody gives a about Baby Gronk. Nobody cares.
All right.
I think that video is funny.
It's messed up. It's like it's
like, wait,
child
hold
abuse.
up. I think it's funny, but nobody cares about Baby Gronk at all.
How are you going to prepare? How are you going to prepare for high school football? Oh, I'm going to get massages by baddies.
He goes. No, say you already DM Livy and she got back to you. She's coming to prom with me.
I already DM'd her.
It's not funny.
Nobody cares about Baby Gronk.
Yeah, screw Baby Gronk's dad. I feel bad for Baby Gronk.
Screw both of them. Wait, why is he even called?
Bro, he has
Is he even good at football?
Bro, he has offers from Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Auburn.
Is he even good at football?
I mean, also his dad's like 5'8". He's not going to be big enough to play football. But
Moving on.
yeah, he's going to go to LSU because he already hooked up with Livy.
All right, drafting segment this week is breakfast foods.
All right, here we go. We're
I
on to
think Matt gets the first pick, right?
on to our drafting. Today's draft is breakfast foods, and Matt, you have the first pick. Here we go.
First pick, eggs.
We're going scrambled eggs. Or are we?
No.
That doesn't matter.
He has all eggs.
all eggs.
So even uncooked eggs.
Yes.
Dude, what? I have all eggs.
He has
Whatever you want
eggs.
to do with eggs. Eggs is boom.
That's
my
so
main.
bullshit.
That's
You
the
could do
platter.
anything with that then.
I
What
think.
are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
What
he,
are you
he
arguing?
has eggs.
What?
He has eggs.
Am I supposed to say eggs and it sounds like
So if
scrambled
I'm trying
eggs?
to take
Like, what?
like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Yep. No.
No.
Because that's multiple things.
Gosh, are you kidding me?
Eggs.
It's you. All right. For context of what this draft is, you have a plate. You are allowed 3 items for breakfast.
By the way, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich
That's like
doesn't count.
yeah, that doesn't
Okay,
count.
fine. Well then,
All right.
with mine,
We're not talking about.
Oh wait, you're out.
Oh, no, you're gonna just try and just jump the gun on me. I don't
You're out.
exist
Go,
here.
go.
I'm just Molly Curum on this
Maybe-
show. I'm
Maybe
not
you'll
even-
make my This episode has pissed me the actual hell
good. It's
off.
gonna make for a lot of great
Yeah,
clips. I'm trying to think here because you have 2 picks. It's gonna suck because I'm not gonna get something I want. So, what are you not gonna pick, or what do you want to pick?
I feel like there's an obvious second answer.
What's so obvious?
Yeah, say it.
I know what he's gonna say, but like it's not even that obvious. It's cringe.
I'm gonna go with hash browns.
Are you joking? Are we?
I love my hash
Good
browns.
pick.
Of course, it's a good pick.
It's a good pick,
That's not a number one.
buddy. But I knew you were gonna take that.
You love your potatoes.
You think
my
I was never gonna take that?
All right, well-
hash brown's not even on. Look, it's not even on my list.
All right, just go
Stop
then.
showing.
Go. Just
That
go.
way you made a list.
Hash browns.
All right,
Second pick.
My first pick, I'm gonna go with cereal. That's just a staple breakfast food.
Okay.
That's terrible.
And I've won every single draft from here, so like I'm literally
Sure.
like him.
Yeah, that's what the comments
Cereal.
say.
No, yes, the comments actually do
All right,
say
just
that.
Go.
The
Just
comments-
go.
Better be drafting milk.
Second, no,
No, he's-
no,
you gotta. No, you gotta.
no,
Cereal loses value if you don't have
no.
milk.
That's a drink. That's a drink.
It's like
It's like what? It's like what?
it's like Steph Curry without Draymond Green. They don't work
So
together.
he has to draft butter to cook the eggs on a pan, or else they're gonna
That
get
is
stuck
just
on
not
there.
true.
Or else they're gonna get stuck on there. That's so stupid. No, I'm not drafting.
All right, no, you got a bowl of cereal with milk. Sure.
Okay, sure.
Just don't
My
say
second
dry cereal.
second pick is bacon.
Bacon. I'm gonna take the superior out of the big three. Or is it 4? I'm taking French toast. Over.
Oh, I love that.
French
That was
toast
a great-
over waffles and pancakes.
That was a great pick.
French
I was
toast
gonna
and
pick
hash
that.
browns.
All right. So I'm gonna take.
This is the worst episode
It's
ever.
it's
It's a
better.
good episode.
Bacon's a little overrated. It's better than bacon. I'm taking ham.
Are you joking? What is this? Actually, what is this? No, you guys definitely plan to like just
Give me the ham.
No.
Give me the ham.
Nobody wakes up in the
Give
morning
me
and
the
goes,
ham.
Mom, what's for breakfast this morning? They're like, and she's like,
I actually
oh, honey,
had eggs and
Oh,
ham
honey.
before I came
oh,
here.
honey, I don't know. You can decide what's for breakfast. Can you make me ham?
Give
Who
me
has
ham.
ever said that in their life?
Oh, bacon. Let me have a little thing of bacon.
All right,
oh,
just-
bacon ice cream.
just-
Like, what?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Holy shit! What are you talking about? Every single thing you said for the past hour makes no sense.
All right, just go. Just go. Come on. What else?
All right, so with
You
this
got
meal,
eggs and ham, green eggs and ham. You need food dye.
yeah. With this meal, I'm eating eggs. I'm eating ham. I'm like, it's a little salty, right? Why don't you give me waffles?
Okay, I can respect that. I would
Waffles are better than pancakes.
see, and that'll be a debate until the end of mankind. But I will respect that. I thought you were gonna pull out.
That is a good breakfast.
Are we doing drinks or no?
No, you're gonna take orange juice, right?
No, I was gonna take coffee.
No, that doesn't
No,
count.
you can't take
You're
drinks.
trying to
I mean, he
cheat.
took milk.
It's milk with an I. First of all,
Milk, like Nelk.
no.
Shout out
Hey.
Nelk.
So you got hash browns, French toast. Come on.
You suck at this
Hash
segment.
browns, French toast, and a banana.
Have you ever eaten a banana?
Yes, they're nutritious. All right, I gotta keep it. Vote me.
Why did nobody take pancakes? Cereal, bacon, and pancakes in a breakfast food draft.
You're the type of person to eat blueberry pancakes with ice cream on it.
Oh my god.
What is this episode? What is this episode?
Oh my god.
The thing is, nobody watches this far in the episode. Nobody's gonna see us doing this. We're like laughing this much. Nobody even cares.
This is going on the clip. The clip's gonna be 2 minutes long.
Okay, I got bacon, cereal.
Hey, turn it down. We're good. We can
Chill.
hear you.
We're in my house, first of all,
Chill,
so I can do
chill.
whatever the F I want.
This shakes her head.
No, I'm crying laughing. That's
This
what I'm
is
doing.
your house. Now you put a fan in there.
Bacon, cereal, and see, I'm gonna put my honorable mention first because I thought pancakes would be taken already. I didn't even want to take pancakes.
What were you gonna take?
I was gonna
instead?
take a bagel,
Can I continue?
but I have to take pancakes now. Pancakes,
So you're
cereal.
would you ever eat those three together?
That's not what we're building. That's not what we're building.
No, it's
we were
not
never
about-
building
I was just
that.
It's not about the synergies.
No.
It's just about items.
No, I would never eat that together.
But good
I'm
job. You
taking
got the big three. Proud of you.
pancake, cereal, bacon.
Proud of you. You got Jordan
No,
Poole,
no.
Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson.
I'm
No.
loving mine.
I got
a little ketchup.
I got Kristaps Porzingis. I got Kristaps
Little bit of
Porzingis.
pepper.
Jason Tatum.
a little keka.
Black leg.
It's
Black
my
leg.
God. What did you say?
A little flat checker.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. Sal's terrible at this.
Yeah, you suck.
Obviously, I wasn't gonna say banana, but I had to keep it. Like you guys were forcing me to.
No, why did that even come in your mind?
I was like, you can't have three.
I won that 100%. I'm 4-0.
That is so false.
I'm
you
4-0.
can't have breakfast without banana. You know you can't.
All right, comment down below who won that draft.
You guys are messing with me. You have to be. There's no way you guys are being for real.
No, this is just like funny. Oh my gosh! Wait, we're still recording, right?
When you said banana, first of all, have you ever finished a full banana?
Yes, I finished it in one bite. And
You ever
yes,
eat a banana from the side?
what? Like corn on the cob.
No.
You snap it in half. That's how you open it.
What?
You go like that.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Cap of the week.
My ass is so
Matt, why don't you start us off with your cap of the week? What is your cap of the week?
all right.
Before he says this, let me just say Matt's caps of the week suck. They make me so mad, and nobody will ever agree with it.
All right, just go.
Go.
All right. Well, first I want to just say, like, my cap of the weeks I think have been pretty good, and they're cap of the weeks. If you want to say things that people are going to agree with, that's not cap of the week. Okay. So my cap of the week.
Does he understand what cap of the week means?
What?
It's
Would you like
something
to-
Cap of the week is something you've heard that you don't think
and
is
then
true.
You disagree with it, and that's cap.
Yep, that's cap. Celebrity crushes are cap.
What? Are you telling me celebrity?
Let him go. Let
my
him cook.
gosh.
Let him cook. Let him cook. Go. Restart that. Celebrity crushes are what?
He said their cap, whatever the cap means.
If anyone's actually watching here, comment blueberries.
Blueberry pancakes with ice cream
on top.
and ham.
All right, let him go. Let him go. What's cap?
Okay. I think this.
No, what's cap?
I know, but I'm just gonna say I think this does count as
Sure.
the cap of the week, and I'm gonna explain myself.
I don't think it does.
I think it does.
Just
This counts
let
as
him-
your bold
just
statement.
let him
You can
just-
make this your
Just let him
make this
go.
your bold statement of the week.
Yeah, but I really think this is good.
It doesn't matter. We just
it
want to
doesn't
give out takes here. Let's go.
All right. If you have a celebrity crush, you suck as a human being.
What do you mean?
Okay,
It doesn't
so-
even affect you.
Okay.
It doesn't
first of
even
all-
affect
First of
you.
all,
Let
this
him
is
go.
why I think it's cap. All right. If you're single and you have a celebrity crush, you're lame because you're literally just fantasizing and crushing over some human being that doesn't know who you are. So you're so lame for doing that. Who
cares?
And if you're taken, congratulations, you just cheated on your partner.
So watching porn is cheating on your partner?
Yes.
No, it's not.
If you have a celebrity crush and you're in a relationship, you're cheating. And I'll tell you why. You ready? You ready for this? So basically what you're saying is if this celebrity asked me to be with them, I would say yes. So what you're saying is if we ever met, I would just kick my boyfriend to the curb, kick my girlfriend to the curb. Celebrity crushes are fake. That's like saying, what if your girlfriend was like, oh my God, I have a crush on Joe Schmo, right? You would be mad.
Fuck is Joe Schmo?
It's some random person. It's some random person in your school that you guys know. I have a crush on Joe Schmo. You're gonna be mad. Why are you not mad if your girlfriend is like, I have a crush
On
on
Justin Bieber, yeah, something like that. Because nobody cares, right? Right? Because you're never gonna reach that. You're never gonna.
so if they do reach that, just know.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you cheated on
I have a
me.
girlfriend, and she knows damn right exactly who my celebrity crush is. I could text her right now, and I'll
And
say,
she should be mad because
I'll
if
say-
you ever get in contact with your celebrity crush,
Madison Bailey from Outer Banks is my celebrity
All right,
crush.
Okay, just. All right.
What?
We're done. We're done. You got your point across
No,
there.
that was the worst take ever.
That is such a great take. I will stand by that. And I bet I want you to post that. People will agree with me.
No
that is
one
so cap.
will agree.
Everyone will agree with me.
All right,
Oh my
Brandon, you're up. Yours is gonna make me mad also.
Wait,
But
what cap of the week?
I don't even know. What did Matt do? That wasn't a cap of the week. He just said.
like
Yeah,
that
I
doesn't
don't.
count.
I don't
He
have
said-
cap of the week, so you can go with your.
He
cap
said
of the
celebrity crush is our cap. What does that mean? What
week.
is
Said
my
it's
cap?
cheating if you're in a relationship.
My cap is it's like pointless compared to this now. My cap is
All
that.
right, we can move on then because
Us?
we already have so much.
All right, yeah. You just say your bold
My
statement.
bold
and
statement.
we're
Here
done.
we go. Do you guys have any good bold statement? Yeah, no. Yeah, we already talked about that. All right. Oh, I kind of want to talk about my pet peeve first. It's just disclaimer: if you ever like out with me and it's like, all right, you want to go get food, and then like I already have it ordered before, and then you're just sitting around waiting.
Nobody cares.
I just do that because I want to collect the points, and I like to be able to look at the menu on my phone rather than like go up to the drive-thru and be like, actually, can I have a like? Also, I like how you can go in like an app and you can like customize what you
No
want.
offense, but out of everybody sitting here, the person that's
Can't
saying
say
this,
no offense and then just make a fat
the
joke.
person that's saying this makes the most sense.
All I'm saying
No
is that
offense. Out of everybody here, if you had to guess, who orders ahead at a fast food restaurant?
me, because I'm smart and I like to acquire my points so I can get free food down the road, and I also like to be able to customize my meal to how I like it. Extra extra bacon, extra mayo. Maybe add extra cheese, extra burger patty.
My bold statement.
What? What is it? Say it.
No.
Say it.
No.
Mine is fine. It's not an argument. My bold statement is just the Cincinnati Reds will make the World
Okay,
Series.
it's fine. Nobody cares. Move on.
I agree.
They're first in their division. Right
Good
now.
job. Ellie De La Cruz
Yeah.
is a beast, and he will be the best player in baseball.
Okay, and
Doesn't
what does that prove?
That she knows, and guess what? She doesn't care
Okay, and
because
I'm
I
saying
will
she's
never.
wrong.
I would never in life get all the way up and say, "Oh, Madison Bailey just asked me to go on a date with her."
So if Madison Bailey asked you on a date, would you say yes?
No, this is just my fantasy. People live in fantasy sometime. What is wrong with that? A celebrity crush.
Thoughts
is a
on
fantasy.
imaginary friends? All right, here, last thing. My no cap bold statement of the week. Here we go. Graduation is the most overrated event. Graduation is the most overrated event in life. 90% of people, 91% of people graduate from high school. I get it. It's a big celebration. You ended high school, da 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 da. But the fact that people love to make a big deal about it when 91% of people graduated, okay?
I'm gonna just say like
Okay?
I think it should still be.
It
like
should be a thing.
I
It just shouldn't be that big of a thing.
No,
I still think it
It's
should
a
be
milestone in
a
your
big
life.
deal just because it's a milestone. It's not even about the percentages. I just feel like
Congrats, you
it's-
turned 18 years old.
It's just the fact that like a
That's not how
chapter.
it
I think
works.
it's just like a chapter of your life is over.
Okay.
I think that's why you celebrate.
We're privileged. There's people that aren't privileged. Graduating is a big step for some people. So
I
you
agree.
can't say that it's not important.
I'm just saying in our community, in our lives, there's a lot of people who like, I don't know. I just saw something that turned me off today, and it was like, oh, graduation this, and it's like, I don't care. I
So-
don't care.
I was under the impression you were
Everyone
saying,
graduated.
you were saying the ceremony was stupid. I think the ceremony is the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah,
They
no,
just
I know,
call out
that's what I'm
random
saying,
names,
yeah.
and they just walk up to the
No,
stage and get to
it's
say.
yeah, it's like,
I think
and it's so long,
you
and
finish
there's
high
just so
school-
many people
Dude,
there.
I just don't see the problem. It's one day. It's one day
Yeah,
where
it's
they're
one
calling
day,
your
but it's
name
like-
and it's your
I
accomplishment.
think you're just mad.
What am I mad about?
I don't know, but there's no point in saying that because it's
I didn't
not
get a
overrated.
graduation. That's why I'm mad. No, I guess the thing I'm saying about graduation is, yeah, it's more about the ceremony rather than like, yeah, okay, I get it. A lot of people, it's a big accomplishment to graduate high school, but 91% of people do it. And the fact that it's a big ceremony where you have to sit outside so long and they talk about everyone's name, and it's just like, oh my gosh. I just don't like sitting down for events like that. I don't like events where you have to go every single time that something happens.
Yeah,
You
name
have
another
to-
event. Name 2 more events that you do that.
I mean, you can have a middle school graduation.
No, that's the same.
You can also have like the fact that every girl just has like a sweet 16. It's just like just
And
because
when
you reach a certain
they name
age.
everybody that's in the party, right?
No.
They name every single person that's at the
no,
party.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like having like just the fact that
You go,
there's
I hate events.
just
where
the
they
fact that
call
there's
everybody.
so
I think
many
it's-
celebrations.
no, but I
of
think
small-
it's good. It's just excuses to have events, and events are fun.
I agree with
Some
Matt.
events are just like
One time in
why
a blue
am
moon, I
here?
agree with Matt. All right, say your next thing.
No,
Also,
we're done.
no, you have one more. Do you not?
No, that's not me.
You had one more.
No, I moved that. I moved it.
Oh, okay.
Guys, I
Good
think
episode.
the title of this episode is probably going to be like
Chaos.
We got in a big argument, chaos. And if you got to this point and you watched the past probably hour 30, hour 40, congratulations. It was a long journey. There's a lot of ups and downs, a lot of arguing, but hopefully they make for some good clips. Hopefully we come back a week from now, reflect on this, and we're happy with
And
the
we're
result.
famous.
And
Because if not, if I just did all that for nothing,
No, it's not about being famous. It's about the fact that we had a good time here today, and we had some hardcore podcasting there. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow the TikTok, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, listen in on Apple Podcast, Spotify. Make sure to like this podcast. And yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We got a lot in store coming in the future this summer, so make sure to stay tuned. You guys got anything else to say?
Nah, we're good.
Are you guys fine? Can you guys just like handshake it out? That's the episode. Take care.